Whoop, whoop, what's up, Bearcats and Jugger Bros? It's Monday. We're here hanging and chilling. It's the HMG Raw Watch Long, and we got a special guest with us tonight, one of the three-letter agencies. It's RBV. What's up, pal? Whoop, whoop.
Let's go, Brandon. Man, awesome to be here with you because we are here for a historic moment. We're here on screen. They're filling up over in the chat. Lab Rat knows where it's at because last week was going to be epic. Tonight, Brandon, we are here to witness a dawning of a new era in professional wrestling, WWE Universe. This is going to be like we've never seen before. Last Saturday night, just 48 hours ago, we said farewell. The last time ever going to see you, John Cena. And here again, Brandon. Bum, bum, the dawning of a new era, brothers. Here, I can just tell the look on your face, man. You are super excited.
Oh, dude, I'm expecting Stamford, Connecticut, Dixie to deliver just like he did last week.
Hey, Lab Rat's got it over there, man. Can't wait to see Triple H open this show. We were joking about it off air. What's going to open? It's going to be this new era in WWE. I love how Stevie and James, they've dubbed it over there the Attitude Era, because all they had, we got a product on everything. You and I are saying, Ben and I talked about it earlier today on the Monday locker room, kind of the, hey, this is absolute bullshit, but give us all your money at the highest prices ever. It's that era.
Yeah, it's pretty much, fuck you, give us your money.
All right, so we're getting, obviously, you're going to open up with a big recap of last week.
And what's going on, Lab Rat? Good to see you, pal.
Obviously, we all sat together, had a great time Saturday night watching that thing. We got our live reactions. You were there. Big shout again. Thanks to the Hammer for joining us. We had the Down Under brothers, the Down Under Thunder, Pierce Austin and Jimmy T. All of us shared our immediate thoughts. Now that you've had a day or two to really let it sink in, where does it sit with you, Brandon? The overall feel of goodbye, John Cena.
Honestly, I don't know. I guess he was such a big part of my wrestling fandom. Like, he was there much longer than he wasn't. Like, maybe there's only 2 years I was watching that he was not a part of it. But so yeah, him no longer, him being gone, that is kind of a void. There's not really anybody there to fill it.
Well, hey, right here, we got a filler right here. We got a goat, a best in the world to fill it himself. We don't need no John Cena. You can see this guy multiple times during on the Hameen Media. Vet, how are you, buddy?
Good. A little tired. How are you guys?
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
I got
yeah.
I'm all hopped up. I got a bottle of Tang, a ton of sugar from this big old cookie, and the dawning of a new era in WWE, man. How can you be tired? I'm pure energy right now.
I've been tired. I've been tired of this guy for like 15 years. Kick rocks.
You have to be a little more civic to that. Is John Cena, Triple H, Bruce Pritchard, Nick Khan.
Yeah, you name it. Well, Nick Khan hasn't been here for 15 years to get tired of, but
it feels like it, though.
I guess. Yeah, with it's there's two stories to John Cena. You got to respect the fact that yes, he showed up and he put the time in. He did what was asked of him. He was a good soldier, but that came at the expense of a lot of other things. Now, do I blame him for that? No, I'm just stating it like as a factual,
it's just a reality
observation. Like I'm just saying, because we had John Cena, we also had to suffer through a lot. So not necessarily because of him, but because of his actions, but because of him existing.
Right.
So, and some of that was just like, a lot of the later part of his career was just him ingratiating himself to people and crafting scenarios. It was masterful, actually. But he would craft scenarios in which you could not boo him. Like, he would come out to give a speech about the veterans, or he'd be facing some heel that, like, you could not, like, nobody wanted to see. Like, nobody. Like, he kept putting himself in these positions that basically just felt like him saying, hey, I'm a cool guy, right? You guys like me, right? He would start putting people over, so that the smart fans would be like, if there was an indie darling or something that was getting a push, or, you could think of like, maybe like a CM Punk or somebody, guys that Cena would put over when he used to beat everybody. And then it would be like, oh, look, I let this guy beat me and I gave him the old hand raise and hey, this is the guy, like bullshit, like he would do things to avoid getting booed rather than just be 1 ounce of authentic for once in his fucking life, And that's what was annoying, because people liked him the most when he was doing the Doctor of Thugonomics thing, and people perceived that as like a real part of his personality that could come up with these freestyles, that could come up with entertaining ways to cut down opponents, and to go in there and be able to deliver the match or whatever was icing on the cake. But then he just got too wrapped up in the phoniness of trying to be what he believed that a role model should be, rather than to just tone down some of the more edgy aspects of the Doctor and keep the rest of it. Like, what do I always say to you guys? What's the best way to be a babyface in whatever, insert whatever year we're in here? Be a heel.
Yeah, just to be the biggest heel. You can become
Right.
the biggest baby
So
face.
he was back in 2004-ish or 3-ish. He was the first example of that. Like one of the early examples of that. I will be entertaining. You will stop booing me. You will start cheering me. The Rock did it too. It's like Steve Austin. These are the guys that like turned what we were supposed to be to find despicable.
What's a little bit? I was actually thinking about it, 'cause I didn't connect it with Cena and Awesome Rock and what they're doing, but I was thinking about some of that old school stuff. We don't want to talk to them. It's Raw time. But I mean, Piper did that in a sense, where you get to a point where they flip that switch, where they're so bad, they get trendy, they get hip, if you will, and then the fans start, gravitating towards them.
In my memory of Roddy Piper, he was only a babyface when it was time for him to be a babyface.
I was thinking about that because,
like there was a clear separation at some point. He went away. He came back a babyface, like the returning I'm coming home type deal, and he wasn't a heel anymore.
What had me think about that with Piper was like
just to finish that thought, I didn't remember people starting to cheer Piper for what he was doing when he was a heel. Okay. He was a heel until he was a heel. He was a heel as a heel, and when he came back as a babyface, people liked him.
What really got me think about it was, why I turned Piper. It was, and as I said, I wasn't connecting the dots with this, but, people started gravitating towards him, respect him because his entertainment and what he brought to everything. But, I was thinking in my mind, it's like, as long as you kept him heel, you had to keep him connected to Hulk Hogan. So to separate those two, you had to turn him face, because I thought people would start, cheering him back there at that point. They didn't want to walk that fine line. Speaking of heels and keeping them hot, booing them here, Gunther getting some heat here from the audience, expected after the fallout from Saturday night. Vet, do you trust WWE to be able to maintain this for him, or do you think they're going to start cheering for Gunther by the end of the year or by Rumble?
What do you think, Brandon?
That is a tough one. I
Well,
think
he did say, do you have any faith? So that could be an easy answer if you want to do a simple answer.
Yeah. All right, so Gunther toying with him. He just went in there, got the heat. He was going to leave, and now he's coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust them to do anything right anymore. They haven't gotten Gunther right this entire time almost. Like, he's doing it in spite of whatever their booking is. So, because he's one of the last guys that's going to get it. He knows not to do anything to be cool because he doesn't want to be in that position where he gets turned. But also, there's things that they have him do that are not in his character to do. Like I think he just compromises with what they want because he doesn't want to, be a diva. He seems like a nice guy. He seems like a professional. He seems like he just wants to, in many ways like a John Cena, like I'll do what's asked of me and I'll do it to the best of my ability. But I don't agree with certain things of like when he had Imperium and stuff and they would do those, when he'd be in an angle with somebody or like a Jey Uso even. Like he's not the guy, and I think I talked about this with both of you guys. He's not the guy to go in there and do the, we're not having a match, we're just having an interview segment, or we're backstage and I'm going to beat you down. Like that's not his character. His character would be like, I'm not touching anybody or letting anybody get near me until I'm in my trunks and getting paid for a match. Like that's his character, like a Kingpin type character. I don't do the dirty
I'm here
work.
to wrestle. That's what we do.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, and if I need something else, I have flunky number 1 and flunky number 2. Like that is like part of the heat. You don't have him in the thug role. But because they're so uncreative and lazy, every heel has to do whatever. Everybody's got to jump somebody backstage. Bronson Reed's got to splash you on a car just because that's just what you have to do. We can't think of anything else. So a fat guy jumps on you on a car, and then what? You come back and you get in a ring with him and have a match with rules? I don't care. You've already exceeded where we're supposed to be in this presentation. You've turned you're using a street fight to sell me a wrestling match with rules. You're backwards. This is wrong. So things like that, I don't agree with his character, but I think everything that they give him, he's doing the best that he can with it. So can they maintain the heat? Probably not.
I like this here. Just so subtly, he's out here. He's in all black. We know he's a bad guy. He's out here. He's soaking in this heat, just like, 15 minutes of everyone popping on the edge of their seat Saturday night for a freaking headlock, a sleeper hold, getting people revved up. He goes out here. We get this opening. We're going on 15 minutes. He hasn't said a word yet. A couple mic drops and.
When was the last time you seen those guys?
Yeah, they're a real threat. Those are the guys you want to see pop up. That's the challenge you, right? There we go. Me and Ben talked today. Who could be the next guy that needs to be put down? What would be the next move for Gunther? And it would be to destroy R-Truth.
It'd be good heat.
Also,
are you proud? You're proud. Oh, very proud. You go to the ring against the greatest of all time. You beat John Cena right in the middle. You send him into retirement, and then you show up tonight and you walk all over that man's.
yeah.
He's not coming back.
What exactly are we doing with this?
Doing that
Like,
does not make you the ring.
what is the heat?
It makes you an asshole.
He put him in a match with another wrestler and he won the match.
Right? Like he was supposed to.
What
go
did
out
he
there
do to John
like,
Cena other than exactly what he said? And John Cena said he was retiring a year ago. So why are they mad at him? Now, if we didn't know he was
How
retiring,
dare you win a tournament that we put you in?
Yeah.
And then go into the match that was advertised as the grand prize and try to win,
Yeah.
you son of a bitch.
how dare you clock in for work and bring a lunch and do the job and then go home and then be happy that you won? Like,
Look,
what is the
goddamn
heat?
Philadelphia Eagles, you weren't supposed to go through that NFC bracket and get to the Super Bowl and beat the Chiefs. Get the hell
how
out of
dare
the league.
you? How dare you? Because I live in a different town.
So AJ just chilling outside in a t-shirt and
And
sub 20-degree temperatures.
this is what I'm saying. This is their level of creativity. So AJ's just out here sitting on a car and says nothing. Why?
I mean, like, if he would have said something, that would have made sense, because apparently that was Gunther's car, and apparently so if he was sitting there waiting for him to say something to him, okay, cool, but he didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this, do you have writers or not? Writers write words for people to say on the fucking television show. So what is he standing out there just? Oh, it's going to be menacing the way AJ's standing on us. Get the fuck out of here. This is why they're not doing a motherfucking thing.
That's in the notes. AJ menacingly awaits in sub-freezing temperatures outside.
Yeah, I sat out here in
arena.
the cold waiting for you just to not say anything and let you get in your car and drive away.
Meanwhile, AJ is a good Samaritan. He is a good Christian. He might have been the one that dusted that car off, because you got to believe Gunther had been there in the arena. He might have got that snow off of that windshield there for him.
They already got me hot, Hammer. Hammer, they already got me hot.
Ooh, Hammer,
the show
don't
can't
hurt
even
him.
be on
Hammer,
for 15
don't
minutes.
hurt him. Hammer, how are you, brother?
I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good to see you.
We
Likewise,
are here
guys.
for
Likewise,
the new
man.
era, man. The new era.
Yeah, it begins now.
The next
We shall see.
century begins now.
Yeah, man. New ball game now, brother.
Even though he's been gone pretty much the past 4 or 5 years, but hey, it's a new era now. He's gone again.
Okay, well, at least 2 of the 3 of the Vision have enough sense to show up in a jacket. Logan Paul, he doesn't have any sleeves on. It's 17 degrees out there, kids. Come on.
Hey, Stephanie's walking. Shh. Okay, everyone may speak again.
Okay, so we just set up her and Raquel last week. So now we're just going to get the match this week? Nothing else?
And the Diamond Mine's back. Everything's going good.
Plus, look who's here, sweet smelling Hershey, the world heavyweight champion.
Hey, it's best in the world.
Returns to Raw.
Someone said it over in the chat before. They didn't have the walk-ins. Sucker, they got you. We got the arrivals.
Delayed walk-in.
Yeah.
A new era. The Usos are a tag team. I am so excited with the fresh possibilities of this new enterprise.
Vet, don't hold your breath. Not only do we get that fresh new Jimmy and Jay Uso tag team, but they're going to be taking on another upstarts, the New Day.
Wow.
That's a fresh hot match. That should be good. Something we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
What do you think they should call them? What do you think they should call the Usos as a tag team? They should have a tag team name.
Only if they were some kind of relation.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't get paid to think of this stuff. You pay a bunch of people to sit in a room and not come up with anything for AJ Styles to say. You're not paying me.
Hey, when they got the Terror Twins with Priest and Ripley, what about the Twin Terrors with Jimmy and Jay?
I think you got it.
Might be a little gimmick infringement on Congo Kong and Ben Hameen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad.
Yeah.
I do think, though, with Jimmy and Jay, they should come up with a new tag team finisher for this new era, just called the Hair of the Dog.
Oh.
That'll work.
He looks like he's recovered here, man. Looks like he's not stumbling around like he was Saturday night.
Do they have a bus?
A paddy wagon, bus, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we can avoid any future illegal entanglements if these are some of the guys that have their own bus.
Yeah.
We saw Express outside there before. That's pretty good. Hammer, what you think of that open? Did you get to see that with Gunther not saying a word for 15 minutes, just getting that heat, man?
You didn't have to say a word.
He didn't have to say. He got that. He got
He
that.
didn't need to say anything.
15 minutes, and he got that sleeper holdover for 15 minutes on Saturday, and he got just standing there over and taking in that heat. Got that over.
Yeah, that's his job. You know, as much safe heat as possible. You know. Yeah.
We don't have to drop nobody on an apron. We don't have to. We don't have to do that. We don't have to.
Yeah, none of that.
Suplex him on the table. No.
Yeah. No. Just build that. He needs to just concentrate on building that heat every week, piece by piece by piece.
He's got this fight in the bag. In the bell rings, DoorDash is here.
Huh. Actually, that was the most entertaining thing I've seen on WWE in a while. That DoorDash thing.
Yeah, I was a little bit hooked there because, like, wait, what?
Is that AI? Is that what
Oh yeah,
AI
had to be.
AI. AI.
What's the Monday night football game tonight? Anybody know off the top of their head?
Miami and Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
It's opening match. They're not drawing a dime, man. That's what
Yeah.
they're not.
here for you.
Yeah, Miami sucks, man. It's not gonna do.
I'll probably watch a little because I'm an AFC North guy. Just
Yeah, I'm watching on my other. Yeah, but you know, it's it's not doing anything.
Are the Miami Dolphins one of the biggest markets that have been just tremendous losers for the longest period of time? Like, when was the last time?
Marino.
I know Marino, but like even Marino, he went to like one Super Bowl.
one Super Bowl, his first year.
83,
Right.
I think.
Yeah,
I
and
think it was 83.
right, and he came up against some other guy named Joe Montana, but
My-
regardless.
I think I think I might have something else to do with that too.
Oh yeah, the laces were in. Yeah, but they've just sucked for so long.
Hey, you got any more of that gum? That's none of your goddamn business.
Yeah, I'll take you to stay out of my private affairs. Yeah,
I'm trying to think. They had some times there where they were competitive, made it to a couple AFC Championship games.
Yeah.
But outside of that, they haven't. Since the 70s, where they were dominant there.
yeah. They had the undefeated 14-game season.
Yeah. Remember too, like when the other teams would be getting close to it, you'd start seeing like that Dolphins team members from that Dolphins team showing up and like rooting against the teams to lose and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw an interesting stat the other day because people were comparing like single season records with who's like in the lead, like this season,
Mm-hmm.
And some of these things, there's just like a gulf of like, man, we're never gonna like that. Do you know who still holds the single season interception record?
I do not. I couldn't. I know I would go to get. I would throw out a name like
Dawkins?
Rod Woodson or something, but
Maybe
You would
Dawkins.
never guess this. Night Train
Rupert.
Lane. Still.
Night Train Lane.
Still.
Old school.
how many?
Yeah.
I think it was like 23
Night
or
Train
something
Lane.
ridiculous like that. It
That's
will never
that's
be
a little
broken.
That's a little surprising, though. Like in a in such a pass-heavy league like that we're in now, where they're throwing so much more.
Yeah, and that was he played in an era where the run game was dominant. Like
That's
everything
right,
was
yeah.
about the run.
Yeah, but
And so that basically means that like anytime they did throw the ball, he picked it off.
Right.
yeah.
And he's one of those players that's just like people that only grow up, in a certain era. You have no idea how good some of these players were. Like if you didn't see them, and I didn't see them. It's like I didn't watch Dick Lane growing up. I wasn't born, so like I've only seen highlight film of guys like him and Jim Brown and all those a lot of those guys from them. But they were killers, and they would have been killers in any, and especially in today. Like if there was a Jim Brown today, people would be getting trucked or whatever. But
Pretty
the
much,
game
yeah,
is,
yeah.
But the game is, it's just so rigged. It's just so much more rigged than it used to be.
Jimmy came along, picked little bro Jay off.
So if Jim Brown would have broke off one of those runs like he used to, Charles, they would have just said, "Oh, holding,"
I think it's
Yeah, pretty much holding. Yeah. Because
holding, and then we're bringing it back. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Modern day Derrick Henry.
Perhaps especially, I think he's like instantly a different guy. Yeah, he's got back to basics, come back to what you love, come back to what you know, come back to what you are the best in history at, and just get back in the groove. You can always assault the singles ranks at a later stage.
On that same note, you got these guys, right? These are guys that are in two different eras themselves. The matches these guys had like 10 years ago were some of the best tag team matches that you're going to get, like as far as like modern stuff. Everything that we talk about, the guys like the Rock and Roll and Midnight and stuff like that, we're not going to obviously get that anymore. But the next best thing, I guess, for a certain era was, Usos and New Day, and some of those matches that they had were really good during the New Day run. But now, I'm curious, can they even have a match up to those standards right now? Or are they going to become like a parody of themselves or a shell of themselves, doing these matches here on Raw?
I believe we do have records between these two, right? Because do the Usos have the most, Brandy or Liz, if you could help out, do the Usos have the most reigns? And then, of course, New Day has the longest reign.
I think so. I think so.
Do the Usos even have the most reigns?
You think? I mean, they've been with the company hell longer than Cena, haven't they?
Just about.
Yeah. And the New Day was setting a record, a big part of that. So they couldn't have had the belts. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure how many times, but.
Well, remember though, because we had multiple sets of tag team belts too. So like
That's
one
true.
would be on, one side.
We got to break it down. Who won the most Raw tag team championships? That's the stupidest thing they've ever done.
Remember the one year it was so stupid ass. I think it was with them and the New Day and the Street Profits, where they each got drafted to the other brand, so they just switched tag team titles.
Yes, sir. On
Yeah,
the way.
just a little pass, like they pass each other and hand over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was.
I'm a madman. I'm not sure this is right for your niece's party. She's
Oh yeah, and they did the same thing with Charlotte and Becky, and that led to like or was that what they did with Charlotte and Becky, and then ended up them throwing the belts on the ground at each other's feet?
Yeah, that because they did it like the year later or something like that. They wanted it. They wanted them to just switch up or something like that. And then now that's creative there. That's creative 101.
Mm-hmm.
That's high
It
quality.
took them all
creative.
week to come up with that too. There were many meetings.
Lots of meetings.
Yeah, late night phone calls, texts.
You wouldn't believe how they came up with it. It was unreal.
That's right.
I can't tell you what hotel I'm staying at, but two trees involved. So we're gonna call our hotel something tree. So they had a meeting. It was quite short. How about tree? Double tree. Hell yeah. Meeting adjourned. I had my heart set on quadruple tree. We were almost there.
Almost.
Hey, maybe we'll see him tonight in the era. Well, we're 30 minutes in. I think we had 15 minutes of Gunther and about 10 minutes of commercials so far.
Yeah, and a lot of the commercials are WWE related.
Hey, as I was telling Brandon, it popped me over on Stevie channel. I don't know. I don't want to give the wrong person credit, but I just saw it on their channel. They have dubbed this the new era, the attitude era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Speaking of you, Hammer, we put you over for 15 minutes a day, and then you joined the chat right afterwards.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
And then right when we got done, sure enough, you popped up the damn chat vid, man. He was laughing his ass off about it.
Yeah, I happened to check my phone. I got the notification. So, okay, let me check in. Yeah, I appreciate you guys putting me over, man.
Hey, well, we appreciate you, man.
I appreciate
last
you
couple
guys,
days, joining us here Saturday, and then I know you guys had a lot of fun yesterday on the wreckage.
Love it, man. If I think Vet spoke a word, he said if we can if any young wrestler trying to get in this business, if we can help them, yeah, then that registered with me, man.
Yeah, Rick, I said yesterday because we went off on some tangents, that didn't necessarily only have to do with AEW, but it was I was just making the point of like, there's only so many, because the topic came up of like, well, who's teaching them? We're complaining about these kids in AEW, and we're like, but who's telling them? Who's gonna tell them, and are they even gonna listen?
Want to listen first of all.
Yeah, and if maybe they're not gonna listen, but you never know who's listening, and maybe somebody will listen, and maybe somebody will hear, and if they're not gonna talk to the agents backstage, but if you have, if me and if Charles and I are randomly sitting on a podcast talking about something and somebody can get one little piece of knowledge, one person somewhere that can be inspired to use some piece of wisdom or whatever, then, it's the least we could do to sit here and say it. Because we're going to watch this shit anyway. Like, might as well get something out of it too.
Well, one thing that Hammer, you said on Saturday, man, it really stuck out with me because I talked to a handful of big guys in the indies coming up. And one thing that you said, especially with Oba out there, is the longer the match, the smaller the big man looks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It just set into my mind. It was so it's so simplistic but profound. It speaks volumes. For what these guys need to, instead of going out there trying to put on that 14, 15, 20 minute banger, of today, they're hurting themselves there.
Yes, they are. If anybody that's listening, I did the same thing, man. I had Laurinaitis, I had Finley when I would come back from Gorilla. Hey, man, you need to work your size. You need to work your size. You need to know what you look like. And it was like, what are you all talking about? So, and trying to walk on eggshells at Raw and SmackDown and trying to do the dark match at the same time and trying to get all this in your head, you're like, okay, you realize once you work with a guy that's bigger than you, sometimes that's what it takes for a big guy to work with a bigger guy. You see the size difference.
Oh, right in the crotch there for Kofi. So, Fat, I was in and out on Sunday. I had shovel detail here. We got dumped on here in the Midwest.
Sure,
but I wanted to get your guys' take because I was hoping to catch it when I went in there. So I'll just ask you to briefly give it to me here. So is dick fighting, is that the new super kick? Is that the new over thing? Thigh slapping? Just dick fighting?
It's whatever kind of bullshit you could expect from the son of an actor.
At least put it over.
I was just curious.
I think I said on the thing, I was like, I haven't seen a dick in a mouth like that since Vince and Sean, but
Hey-o.
Well, that's
allegedly. It's been a big topic of discussion lately. So I thought,
man,
yeah,
it's true.
Well, one dick gets you main events and championships and fat contracts. The other is Okada's.
That's right.
Yeah. Out the door.
So, but yeah, I mean, well, it's that's the thing. It's like so we had a spot like that. Referee just stares at it like, I'm fine with this. You know, it's not a DQ.
Is it? I've never heard that covered in the rule book.
So what is it, like Air Bud? Like, I don't see anything in the rule book where it says a dog can't play football.
Right?
Like,
right?
Well, no, it is in the rule book. If you attack a man in the genitals, you get disqualified. I'm pretty sure that's in the rule book.
Kicking, punching,
whether it's a punch, kick, or a bite, I mean, you would assume biting's illegal regardless of where on the body. So it's the referee's discretion if he wants to issue a warning for biting, because most people, you know, that's not going to be the finish. No one's ever had a match finish of the bite, but it could.
I'm gonna let it go.
You're within your, and if you do it, and if you establish that, then people will get with it, right? Like anything that you decide to establish, the people will get with it. So whenever people will say, "Oh, that won't work in today's whatever," and it doesn't even have to be wrestling. You can say that about anything in life. Anytime somebody says that won't work today, times are changed. It's like, well, times changed once. They can change back. They can change again.
And again.
Yeah, it's like nothing stays the same forever, which that's where the phrase "what's old is new again" comes from. Now we got no rules. So what if we establish rules again? Now wrestling's different. Now it's interesting. Now it's fresh. It's the first time somebody goes outside and uses a Slim Jim table and they get DQ'd, you know? Now it's like, oh, okay, we got to put these Slim Jim stickers somewhere else. Just, you can make anything happen that you want. You just have to, you know, you just have to have people that are in charge get behind that and believe in it.
I could see it tonight. You know, they're sampling from wrestling. The Dolphins defense. All right, boys, we're going to call all out blitz in the C gap. I want you to get in there and just chomp on Rogers' dick. We're going to bring that old man down. Chomp on that.
Well, you know what? It's like if since the new school, if you don't mind me saying this, if the new school wants to do the whole dick chopping thing, whatever, then just like meat chopping, then you need to work. You need to it needs to, like I said the other night, it needs to have a recoil effect. You need to get a payoff from that. You know, just don't do that just to do it, man.
Right. It wasn't even the finish. It just happened in the middle.
So I mean, it's supposed to be a payback for that, so you can have something to build on. Book the next town with the same little story, you know.
I don't know. I think one dick biting is enough.
I mean, if they're gonna do that, whatever the dick biting thing, then go ahead and make it. It's all magic and phony anyway, so make it make sense, so it will make you money. Other than that, you're just wasting your time.
Well, I think Jack Perry's one of those lost causes because, you know, he's the reason CM Punk's sitting over here as the world heavyweight champion now and not down there fucking around with those kids in the sandbox because his dumbass, you know, is out of pocket. So
out of pocket. He put himself out of pocket.
Literally did not listen to the veterans. Like, just did not do it. And so, you know, when I turn on Wednesday night and see him with a mouthful of crotch, I'm just like, well, yeah, that figures. This kid doesn't know shit. He doesn't belong here. He's friends with the Young Bucks, so he gets a job. He has a famous daddy, so, you know, and his daddy's dead, so he gets extra sympathy. Oh, I used to love watching your dad back in 1991. I guess you could wrestle. Fuck out of here.
Right there in the middle of that beautiful Slim Jim logo, double splash.
We need to get back to more serious. You know, we don't need to talk about Jack Perry. We need to talk about important stuff like yeeting, right? Unicorns. You know, this is what wrestling's all about.
No, what wrestling's all about is we've got 10 product placements here on the screen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, WWE's just the last people to do that.
Oh, I'm not just knocking wrestling for it here. It's just
Yeah.
my eye just picked it up. Hey, you got to put it out there, man. Get your money out of it.
Yeah.
I could go for a refreshing Prime and a Slim Jim right now.
The funny thing is, like, I do think it's funny that some of the people that complain or they want to draw comparisons to, like,
stumbling on the landing. Oh, the DDT out onto the
people that want to complain or
Be
draw
on the floor.
comparison. Yeah, there you go. And is that going to be the finish? No.
suicide dive. They are in complete control right now.
They want to draw comparisons to the previous regime, like, oh, Vince McMahon would never, like, you know, whatever. It's like, well, he never or he couldn't because he was a scumbag and everybody knew it and nobody wanted to do business with him. Like, is that the reason why we didn't have ads all over the place? Because he couldn't get them?
Yeah,
is
it
it really
wasn't
just
like
the
he
fact
was
that
protecting the sanctity of professional wrestling or something like that?
you assume that everybody didn't look at him as like the carny that he was, you know, in legitimate business. They just didn't want to. They just didn't want to do business with him.
So, well, all it says to me is I'm going to use my Cricket phone to hop on my DoorDash app, and I'm going to order myself up some Slim Jims and Prime.
Isn't that exactly what to expect?
DoorDash and Slim Jim. Just one. I'm not that hungry.
Just one Slim Jim and a Prime. I'm just going to pay all the other fees that go with it for my $5 order.
Plus tip.
That's right.
No tips, because I also have to use my Cricket phone to book my Royal Rumble tickets to Riyadh. So I don't have that extra income to tip that driver. I have to give that to the Saudis, Brandon.
That women's rumble is going to be interesting.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. Like,
Are they all just going to come out dressed like Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns? Like what?
Yes.
You know, like
Yeah,
that's it.
Go Power Rangers.
This could be the year, though. This could be the year where they lift the restrictions. You never know.
True, Vic.
Because remember when they first started doing it, you weren't even allowed to show the form of a woman. So when they went over there, they not only had the latex catsuit, but then they also had like the long T-shirt. You know, like when you sleep over at your man's house, you got to use the T-shirt and panties.
Yeah.
You know, so like that they were wearing that. They were wearing like long T-shirts like a dress, and they eventually got rid of that.
Yeah. I've never seen that on top. Yeah.
So maybe one day, maybe. Baby steps.
Baby step.
Uso's just win this thing, right?
Yep.
I can think of one team that does that move a little bit better.
Nah, they're terrible.
No doubt about it. They want gold again. Wait, you and Michael Cole were excellent at Saturday night's main event. It was a circle the date event in Washington, D.C. But we're not wasting any time with something equally as big.
All right, those kids are having fun. They eating in the background.
And a couple matches we can tell you about that are just mind-blowing.
That's what it's all about, guys.
What's going to happen in Brooklyn?
It's about the children.
As announced last week,
Think of the children.
It's about making them cry when John Cena taps out. That's the important thing.
Just give up, kids. Just give up.
Will come with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship
Women's
match.
tag.
Rhea Ripley and Io Sky against the
like it.
Warriors. That comes your way right
It's on the
here.
anniversary show.
January
Almost like a Clash of the Champions type show.
88, like 90 type stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? I was watching Clash of the Champions the other day from 91. Watching Austin. Damn, he could go, man.
Yeah, say what you will about Austin. He had a motor.
You damn right. Yes, sir. Man, he could go, boy.
Now, a lot of the stuff he was doing was sloppy and didn't make sense, but he could go.
Yeah, but yeah. He could go, man.
He could go. Could blow him up.
He could. Yeah. Like watching him, Austin and Muta.
Mm-hmm.
We got Kabuki Warriors giving us the subtitle promo here. I do like these though.
These feel like they were written by somebody that's trying to imitate the style of old dubbed Godzilla movies. Like he's not writing it like what people would say. He's writing it how he thinks a Japanese person would sound in a dubbed movie, which is kind of insulting. It's almost as insulting as just having them go out and
Talk.
be called the Kabuki Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors.
For fuck's sake.
What was that show where they took the game show from Japan and then they did the cheesy dubs over Maximum Extreme Challenge?
Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, MXC.
Yes.
Now, Iron Chef was awesome. But that's the only time it's acceptable.
Yeah, Iron Chef cool.
Oh, I will vanquish you. Yo, you turn on family. So dishonorable. January 5th, Netflix. Anniversary 1. We eliminate you.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it feels like.
Tell them, Carrie. We eliminate you.
24 million adults. I struggle with moderate obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. Got those breathing interruptions during sleep? Choking and daytime fatigue?
Okay, so last night during HMG After Dark, I ended up calling an audible because I found the
Talk to your doctor.
videos of this. The very first Trailer Park Boys movie that came out in '99 that actually led to the show being made, and then the Drunken on Drugs Happy Fun Time Hour they did in between the first run and the second run of Trailer Park Boys. And there's a character.
You found these? They were
Yes.
like lost or something?
Not lost, but like found a place where I could see them.
Okay,
It's like,
okay.
So it's like, okay, we're gonna do these after we're gonna do these tonight, and then so in the Drunken on Drugs Happy Fun Time Hour, there's a character in there, like literally his name is Stabby.
Oh, so
And
Liz's favorite.
That's immediately what I thought. His whole gimmick is he just randomly stabs people, just pulls out a knife and starts stabbing people.
That sounds entertaining.
Like that Insane Clown Posse song? I stab people?
I'm just picturing that like you just found him, like like Brandon's on some Indiana Jones quest and just like moves that bookcase out and there's like this hidden thing in the wall. And there's these lost Trailer Park Boys films.
What I mean, you know how it is. Like some of these, like there's movies that are out there that have still not even been released on Blu-ray. It's like, what are you guys holding on to that shit for? You just release it, you know? Like it took forever for James Cameron to put True Lies in the Abyss on, you know, like HD, like actual official HD releases, and it only happened like a year or two ago. Like what was the holdup on that? So like, you know, there's stuff out there that it kind of is a little bit lost, you know, or people haven't seen it in a while. That's one of the great things about the WWE Vault YouTube channel, because now that, you know, now that the shackles are kind of off, they're just able to put out whatever. It doesn't matter how it makes the company look. They can just put out all this stuff, you know. It could be stuff from other federations that you now own the footage. It could be stuff that makes the WWE look a little silly, you know. But now that Vince doesn't have the ironclad grip on like image
That's
control.
right.
Now we can see some of that stuff that we haven't seen in a long time.
That's right. Yeah.
So, like, are we going to get back the DX Nation spoof?
Probably. Yeah. AI's listening, man. So they're in on it.
Yeah, they're in on
Yeah,
it.
they are, dude. I mean,
Yeah, Lab
That's
Rat.
why
if
it
I
shows
kept
up on your
wrestling
phone.
with my ads. That last ad break had 8 commercials, and then we come right back to recaps.
Mm-hmm. Well, now I need a recap of the New Day and Usos match because I forgot what happened after all the ads. Can you remind me who won? I think it was the Usos.
Yes. I don't know which Uso got the pin. I believe Jay, but they did win.
Blur. It was all a blur, right?
It was all a dream.
All a blur. That's part of the machine, man. See,
They know what they're doing.
that's the thing, and maybe I think Kofi may have a clue. He should by now, because he's just a blur by now. He knows it.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
he's
Kofi and I used to talk. Kofi and I used to talk, man. We rode together a lot, and yeah, bro, I rode a lot with Kofi, Natty. I told you, Kofi, Natty. Yeah, see, we they were the chosen ones, man. Okay.
Mhm.
I said that before, so it's the reason I say that. So I have no reason to give any false information. So Kofi and I talked about a lot of these things, so I can see. He said, yeah. So I mean, I'm happy for him, because he knew it was going to be a blur at the end. So it's going to be hurry up, rush, get out the door.
Yeah.
Over a decade of getting a paycheck consistently, 52 weeks a year, over 10 years.
He knows how to play that game.
Yeah, well, Kofi's record is just as clean as John Cena's, man. So
It's a lot longer than 10 years.
yeah,
I
but
mean, when Kofi walked through the OVW doors, it's not like I didn't see anything in him, but who could have predicted just how far he could take it, right?
Right.
And so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
already way ahead, and whatever he does from now is just gravy. And
Yeah, they gave him the Iggy back in the day, so he knew what to do. So he knew what role to play. I mean, what his spot on the card.
Mhm.
So I'm glad they let him know. At least he knew what they wanted him to do. They didn't tell every black talent what they wanted from them, except certain ones. Okay, so the chosen ones, they told them what they wanted. So they had third out. They knew what Vince wanted from them directly.
21 days. You know what 21 days means?
So
When did the Jamaican thing come about? Because I can't remember him.
2007, man. That was on the.
What was he doing? What was he doing prior to that?
And he was in DCW. See, that's how I met Kofi. See, we were going coast to coast back.
Champion of the world.
They was Jody Hamilton was in charge of DCW
Okay.
at the time, after Bill DeMott. So
That's DSW. It's
DSW. Yeah,
DCW was us.
That's
Yeah,
you said DCW.
DSW.
I was thinking
DSW, Deep South.
You mean
Yeah,
Deep
Yeah.
South.
Deep South.
because I was more into DCW than I was watching it, But so anyway, they had us going for they would take me, Natty, or Ox or Flipper, just take one person and put them with the crew from the from Florida, Georgia crew, and fly, have us going back and forth. So that's why we were in the green room in Florida, in the green room in New York, green room in California. So we was trying different environments. So that's how they started. That's how they started figuring out how what they want to write for us.
Are out indefinitely based on what happened. Better update
For the ones they want, as far as the ones they want to use for Raw and SmackDown. Like let's see, like with Oleg, they had Oleg on Raw and SmackDown, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the audience, and they had Ezekiel Jackson on the road with us too. So we sometimes they have Ezekiel and Kofi as a tag team. Well, they wouldn't use. They would do promos with me and Ezekiel as a tag team. But Kofi and Ezekiel got to go work as a tag team. So I didn't get to work with Ezekiel on the house shows like that. Kofi did on the Raw SmackDown dark matches. So it's like a chart. They would have us Evans, Jackson, Kingston, Neidhart. They would do it like that, like a chart.
Damn. Okay. So they were plugging and playing with everybody there.
That's when Al Snow would school us before we would start on the road. Say, hey guys, you're gonna be going here, there, you're gonna be going coast to coast, da 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 da. So they're gonna throw a lot of things at you, different environments, different scenarios. Okay, in New York, you're over. Kansas, you're at the bottom. So it was all a test, like I was saying the other night, man. So they don't take it. The chosen ones, the ones they want to know or what to do, they will let them know. Others, you have to figure it out for yourself. You know, that's why you have that Rip Rogers training. So you know, okay, what you know, like at least I can protect myself out here.
Right. Well, because essentially they're just setting you up to kind of hopefully you fail or something.
Yeah. It was. That's what it was. So when you got 10, 15 guys of every race out there, black, white, mixed with this race, mixed with that race. So you have a selection, man. It's a chart. It's a big chart. I got this many black and white mixed. I got this many Jewish and Italian mixed or whatever mixed. How you put them together like a puzzle.
That out there for the chat there. That's the real deal. That's
the truth.
Pull that curtain back. That's
the gospel truth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. So that's why you have thousands of Jewish male and female talent in the business, right? Yes. So only so many Jewish people make it to a certain spot because they have the chart how they break the stuff down. It's like March Madness in basketball. It's the same concept. That's Rip Rogers taught us that.
Right. Selection Sunday.
Yeah.
Throws down her championship, looking for the insane elbow. Oh no!
All right, so were the challengers
Cooking right in the small of the back.
the challengers were just coming out for an interview and the champs jumped them? Is that what we got here?
Pretty much, yeah. And then they're gonna go. Then Kyrie went for the insane elbow on Rhea, but Io sacrificed herself and took the bullet.
Oh, I save you, Rhea. I save you, Rhea Whippy.
They should be so much better than that.
At least it didn't make the champs look like complete garbage like they had last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think the miss actually hit this time, or did it? I didn't catch it.
It did look like it.
Did she miss it again, Vet?
I didn't see her miss it, but when I was looking at Rhea's face, it didn't look like there was anything on it. So now she's just rubbing it around. You gotta improvise.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you have to do that.
My God.
What's Wade Stu? Well, I still call him Stu. Wade Barrett say on his promo. You got like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you have like 2 minutes at WrestleMania.
Gotta be ready for anything.
Ready for anything. Be ready for anything. Know your business. Know how to get. Yeah, man. So,
hey, Vet, another question from maybe you didn't get to talk about it yesterday on Wreckage. Speaking of that time cut, get your, make it count. What'd you think about how that short match for Evans and Slater Saturday night? Because in the watch along,
I didn't see it.
Neither
I still haven't watched not one minute of that whole show.
Very nice. Well, okay. Well, neither did we, because we were talking. Hammer was schooling us on. I think Hammer, you were talking about the differences between the different trainers, and we're having that conversation. Yeah. The bell rings, and they're like, "Holy shit, the match was over." I don't think they got what maybe Brandon like 5-6 minutes.
Probably, but about 6 minutes, just like 6 and some change, I think.
Yeah, so we were kind of speculating, and Hammer said, that might have been one of those things where we want to see. We're going to put you on the spot. They were expecting a long match, but nope, we got to cut your time here. We thought that was one of the longer ones with the high flyers.
They'll be in gorilla sitting there going. Trust me, dog. I mean, I didn't really. Oh God Almighty! Just to see your reaction, how you would handle yourself in gorilla position, just to see how you would react to Vince or Lauren Nice or whoever was standing there, sitting there, whoever you whatever it was, just to see your reaction while you're still on camera. You don't notice you're still being watched under the big eye, the big big eye over the arena, up in a gorilla, watching you, listening to all the microphones all over the place.
The great Oz. Pay no attention.
Yeah, the Oz, and the mobile Oz, moves around. So they just want to test you to see your reaction, to see if you get hard or see if you get sad, or just to test you, man. But they won't tell you if you're not chosen, if you're not one of the chosen ones that they want to enlighten about what they're doing for you. Then it's just a test. And if you don't, they want to see if you fold or see if you're still gonna be a man about your business. Just be a man. That's it.
You know what the messed up part is, Hammer? Is when you pass the test, there's another test, isn't there?
Yes. Yeah.
It's not like in school when you pass the test and that's it. You got your grade, you're good, you graduate and everything. No, there's just another test.
So now
they will test you out of the business. Mm-hmm. And the chosen ones you're talking about, they give them the cheats, they give them the answers to the test. Here's the number 1 is A, number 2 is C, number 3 is B, that's what you do, and then everybody else, there's been a lot of talented people. Yeah, there's been a lot of talented people that had to keep taking tests
over and over and over and over, and then you have to get released to go to another territory, to another country, to make better money.
Yeah.
To get now you see the big picture. Now you learn how to book a match. Now you learn how to book a show. Now you learn how to get a little sip up there and get paid for it the right way. Mm-hmm. Not so.
And then just for them to call you back and say, "Wow, you really made something of yourself. How would you like to come back?" It's like, motherfucker, you should have taught me this from the beginning. You had a school. You had a school to teach me this. You didn't teach me this. You sent me out in the world to teach me this, and now you want me?
Now you want me? Yeah. Now you want me? Well, we'll talk about it. We'll see.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was like,
door's always open.
Yeah.
I'll see you Monday. I'm not like that.
Door's always up, I mean, the thing about I was being already being a grown adult at the time. You could spot bullshit. You just didn't. You walked on eggshells. You just didn't want to call it out, because if you called them out or called somebody out, oh boy, now you buried. Now you just fabricated BS just because you stood up for yourself. Mm-hmm. Or you told someone, no, I don't want to do this gimmick. No, I don't want to do that character. No, I don't want to say that out there. No. I have family members watching back home. No, I don't want to look like a goof. No, I'm not. I don't want to do it. Well, you don't want to do it? What you mean you don't want to do it? So, it's okay to say no to some. Life still goes on, man.
my alarm.
Is that your impact attack alarm?
Yep. And Ivy Nile is jacked and orange. She's a jacked orange.
I like this look. I like that gear.
Well,
She's
yeah.
looking pretty good here.
Yeah, she's jacked, man. She's a jack chick, man. Yeah, she puts her time in the gym. That's cool. I like that.
Ladies, you got to lift your arms when you tan.
Introductions.
So now Maxine is a killer, right? I saw a vignette where she was stretching Natty now. Like Natty was the killer, and then now Maxine's stretching Natty, so now Maxine's the killer, right? I just want to make sure I'm caught up on the story.
You're gonna need a montage.
Maxine's the dungeon master now, I guess.
That is cool, man. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, talk about somebody that just keeps getting tested.
Yeah, I don't know. She like I told B one time. I told Brandon. I said Oscar's like she's the mama son. She's like the female gatekeeper, Japanese, the Asian female mama son gatekeeper. She's the shooter for them.
Mm-hmm.
Natty is the white meat female baby face, or whichever white meat female gatekeeper for the white females. It's the same thing in Rip's book. Everybody has a gatekeeper. Every race in the business has a gatekeeper, male and female. So
that's interesting. So with the race, so when you're there, Hammer, who's the gatekeeper? Who's the big bad black dude that you guys are looking to?
That was Bobby Lashley, but that was Bobby. When I got there, man, as soon as I got to OVW, once I finished in the military, I met Bobby, and Bobby was in the military as well. So Cornette was like, it was so much like he was gonna be the big brother, I was gonna be the little brother later on, because of how he looked. But he was much leaner than I was. So, but Bobby was the gatekeeper. So, Bobby and I was hoping that once he got the rub and got over got over on main on national TV on the main roster, he was gonna come back and give me the rub in some kind of way, or come back periodically throughout the time, depending on how fast I picked it up from Rip's class. So I didn't get out know all this until I started going on the road a little, growing on the road. So once you got there, the visual was, like Vet said, the visual was there. So you just had to figure out how really fast and quickly, if you could figure it out, would you know how to use it and work with it in different towns and different cities if you're going to be a fast tracker. So if you're $1 million dude walking or female walking in the door and you get signed within 3 months out of nowhere, okay, let's see what he can do. Maybe he knows something. If you do know something, okay, so do you know how to pull back? Do you know how to be aggressive in this particular match, or with this baby face, or with this heel? So I know it's a long answer, but that's how it was. And so you can see each other pairing, tag teaming with each other. So Bobby saw that. He walked up on me when I got to OVW, man. I mean, I knew who he was because I wanted to meet him, but he walked up on me. So it was like, yeah, man, we could feel it. And I was like, yeah, but that changed. So to answer your question, RBV, Bobby Lashley was that black heel face gatekeeper. Because there was no black giant there. The giants, if you want to call a giant, that would be a taller white guy, but as a gatekeeper. But to fit the spots. So, which would have been Jacob Duncan, who was 6'9". I don't know why in the world they let the dude go, man. I couldn't figure that out for nothing, man.
I remember him. Big old.
He had a he was. It was so easy. He was set to work with Kane with the mask versus mask. It was magic right there. But for some reason, they had, because Jacob was on the road before I was, and he was working with Kane. It was prepping him to work with Kane.
Mm-hmm.
They had a problem with the mask because they were like, well, why does he have to have a mask? But that's the gimmick. Mask versus mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the payoff.
Have you guys talked to him? Have you guys talked to him?
No, I haven't lost track with. Man, I'm telling you, I'm lucky that
6'9" and put together.
I definitely
White meat, babyface, white meat heel.
That was the first program Cody had. Remember?
Yeah,
when Cody would come out. Cody came out.
Yeah,
he would do like a promo.
Yeah.
Jacob would come out, choke slam him.
Boom.
Yep. Then the next week, Cody would come out like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, you can't keep me down. Like that kind of a thing.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because Bobby was young in the business to be a gatekeeper.
And he was so. And he was so. What blew my mind was because there's been other black talent that weren't given, so they didn't want to help another black talent. So in other words, there were some black wrestlers that don't want to help other black wrestlers. Mm-hmm. So guys like Booker T is given, Bobby Lashley is given. Bobby just got signed. He was like, that's what he was wanting. He was wanting to work with. Like, I just got there, I wasn't signed yet. I just got through the tryout to get to OVW. And he was like, yeah, man, we're going to do something. I didn't know what was going on.
Do you think with Bobby's obviously his great amateur background and then his military, I mean, that mindset probably set him way ahead of the game.
Years ahead of the game. Years ahead, because he asked me, was I amateur? So I was like, no, bro, I didn't do amateur, but I've been around a lot, so a lot of amateurs, so I know a little something, but nothing compared to you. He was like, no, you okay, man? We'll work it out. And I was like, no. And I was like, man, I'm like, you Bobby Lashley, man. I'm like, man, he didn't know I was a veteran already wrestler, but he didn't know that I had some experience. So, but I was being humble, like, no, bro, you my big brother, man. If you see something in me, okay. But
that's cool. That's a cool story.
Yeah. And so when I saw him when I was on the road doing my matches, he always remembered that, man. He was all right, man.
Yeah, Bobby was he was a nice guy.
Man.
Too nice for this business. And so, a lot of things were probably just like him just shaking his head and being like, all right, because he's just not the kind of guy to really stir it up.
Yeah, get pissed and stir it up. Yeah, because you're gonna find you will find out.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, nobody wants it with Bobby Lashley, but he doesn't want it with anybody either because he just wants to be nice, Yeah. And the other thing is, it was, they just put him when he went up there. They just handcuffed him to Finley, and that's all that he would work. Like they probably worked hundreds of matches, whether they were on house shows or SmackDown or whatever. Like they wanted, that was his fast track. Was like, you're gonna work with Finley every night. You're gonna learn something, That's what it seemed like at the time.
Just repetition to keep him fresh, just in case somebody wanted to get a little shoot in there, just test it. It was there, just in case. you know, just to see if he's really gonna like, okay, I'm you want to go here, you want to go there, we'll go there.
I remember watching like real time improvement every week with Lashley when he was working with Finley on SmackDown back in it was 05?
It was like
06, I think.
Yeah, 06, 05.
Yeah,
right.
I was in Rips class at that time. Yeah, because I was there. I was watching it. Yeah, it was getting good too, man. I was like, you know, on being on the inside and like, okay, yeah, you can see it. Like, okay, man, because like Fit can go and so can Bobby. So, but you know, who's gonna like, I give up. Who's gonna pin who? Shoot pin, you know.
Yeah, shoot.
Safely, that is.
It was the hardest thing, it seemed like, for Bobby was the slow down part. You know how we all have to learn to slow down, you know? And he has such a, like, he had so much speed and but also energy that you could not calm him down. And like he couldn't get the whole, like, for a long time, he could not get the whole slow it down.
Yeah,
you know?
me too.
Because when, you know, for the people that never been in the ring, you feel like when you're out there, you feel like everything is like
1,000 miles. Yeah,
it's you feel like everything is just like everything is too slow. I gotta hurry up.
Right.
Like you feel like these people aren't with it. They're gonna get bored. They don't like me. They don't like what we're doing. That I gotta do something. You know, like you get that rush. You artificially speed up what you're doing because you're feeling the pressure of all the eyes on you and everything else. So you don't realize how fast you're going sometimes. And it really takes a while to get comfortable so that you could slow it down. And actually, when you're slowing it down, you're actually still fast. You just don't realize it because what you're doing is smooth. You're not making mistakes. You're not stepping on people's feet. Everything is going right.
God, that hurt. Oh, God, that hurt so bad. Oh,
and it looks to the people like everything's normal, but to you, you feel like you're in molasses. Like, I can't go this slow. It's too slow. I gotta hurry up, but you can't. You gotta untrain yourself of that mentality.
Yeah.
It's one of the last things wrestlers really get, like the really good ones. They to slow down. It's one of the last things that you get. Because it's harder to get comfortable with everything else when you're still trying to learn. When you're learning how to do a move and just worry about, okay, let me not break this man's neck. Okay, so now that I can safely do the moves now, but now I got to tell the story. Okay, so now once you learn to tell the story, you're like, okay, I get that. But now you start to see like, oh, I should have waited here. I should have paused here. I should have took my time. I should have fed this way. I should have, those are the things that are the last detail. It's like the details, the little finishing touches,
selling away, I didn't know what selling away was. I didn't know what selling away. I heard it, but I didn't know how to apply it until I went to Puerto Rico. Then I figured, okay.
Yeah,
that's what sell away means.
Because they're gonna punch you.
I see why you sell away.
Yeah, they're gonna punch you. You got to feed back around for another punch.
Mm-hmm. Put a big wham bow, Yeah, so and even we got it in Rips class, and this is something you have to like you step out in that eggshell environment and go see the same environment in a different area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or a different company,
Hell yeah, man! Hey, that is front row there, Brandon. We get to be a part of that. When do you want to cut this off, Brandon, so you guys can get to Impact Tech?
I think we'll wait till after this backstage segment. I think we'll cut it off there for the Impact Attack. Dude, good stuff. Great knowledge drop, and glad to have you on the show again, Hammer. Always a pleasure, man.
Hey, I'm glad to be here, man, because I have to say something, man, because somebody has to learn something. I mean, I get it. I mean, I get the new school stuff, but somebody has to hey, it's okay to know some old school stuff so you can get up and walk away and like I said, every night, so you can use the bathroom like a normal person and not have assistance because you're in a wheelchair, at 35, 40 years of age. No, that's not supposed to be that way. No, you're supposed to play with your kids, right? Or do project, whatever.
Whatever it is.
Whatever, man. Just to help the new or any current. I don't care if you could be working for Vince or Tony Khan or whoever. You can get a mileage out of a suplex, man. I mean, for real, it's a suplex for a reason. Or punch.
One lesson I'll never forget was how Colt Cabana, we had a seminar with him one time, and he showed us how you can use a headlock, work all four corners of the ring, and get 30 seconds to a minute out of it if you do it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
30 seconds to a minute. I could get a whole match out of a headlock. What are you talking about?
That's right. Oh, yeah.
And the finish is a headlock. But, that's why Colt Cabana.
Submission, man. You can make a person submit with the headlock. I taught my daughter that, dude, man. I taught her that, and she oh man, it's amazing. It's amazing how kids can pick up on things and know that this is okay. This is real.
It's real. All right. Well, with that being said, I guess we'll take a break. And
let me check my pot.
Brandon, what are you doing? It's your thing, Brandon.
All right. So, I guess we'll go ahead and call here. Be back in about 8 minutes with the Impact Attack. Hope to see you guys there. And much love. Whoop, whoop. Take care, y'all.